Okay, so this video is going to be about who was or is Bloody Mary, whatever. I don't know if it really matters that much for that, but whatever. Anyways, so, I guess there's kind of just a few things where it's like Bloody Mary has a few different names, I guess, and whatever, and you can use different names and whatever. And yeah, so you can use different names for, playing the game and everything. So there's like, a few different versions of the story and stuff, and yeah, so I guess I will whatever for this story here. So there's one version, well, I guess it says versions of Chicken Mary, so I guess it's like, I don't know, one of the names that Bloody Mary has is Chicken Mary or something. I don't know really why, but okay. But version 1 of the story starts with one young girl named Mary Worth. She falls pregnant, and it was a one night stand. She didn't want to keep the baby, but after it was born, she became attached to the infant, but only after a year of the child's life. It got murdered in its crib, and Mary went mad with grief, and she was sitting in front of a mirror, crying her eyes out, and she grabbed a knife and stabbed herself repeatedly. And if you call her name 3 times in a pitch black mirror, or wait, no, 3 times in pitch black, so like you have to have all the lights turned off and stuff, and then you say into a mirror her name 3 times into a mirror, and she will come and try to kill you. And then version 2 of the story is Mary Worth was a witch, not a black witch with black magic and crap, but a white witch. And she did medicine and stuff, I guess. And the villagers would send their children there, and when they were ill, they'd come back healthy and fit. But after a while, the kids failed to return home, and they soon hated Mary. Mary was soon hated by all the villagers and stuff, and they called her a murderer and blamed her for killing their kids. When her home was searched, several bodies of children were found in weird places, but Mary was innocent. That's all the people knew. I don't know what is that wording? I don't know. Whatever. And then she was burned at the stake with a mirror held up in front of her to show her what filth she was. So, I guess that's kind of 2 versions of whatever story. But there's also a whole thing of, Bloody Mary being, Queen Mary. I forgot if it was first or second, but whatever. I think her sister was the first, and then she was the second, but she, killed a bunch of people within her few years of being queen, and so people nicknamed her Bloody Mary and stuff, and yeah, so there's a few different versions of that. So, yeah, and then I guess with the game, so if you go into a bathroom and look in the mirror with the lights off, it's completely black, and then whatever, and you say Bloody Mary 13 times, a woman will appear and scratch your face up or scratch your face off. Either one, whatever. And also, there is apparently a thing where if you say Hail Mary 7 times in front of the mirror in a dark room, you'll see Satan, I guess. I don't think I ever really heard that, but apparently there's a few different whatever that you can do for different stuff, or some of the same, a few different things that you can do for the same kind of whatever. So, yeah. There's some weird thing with Satan, I guess, apparently. So, yeah, there's different variations. So, the vengeful spirit can go by a bunch of names. So, there's Bloody Mary, Bloody Bones, Hail Mary, Mary Worth, Mary Worthington, Mary Wales, Mary Johnson, Mary Lou, Mary Jane, Sally, Kathy, Angus, Black Angus, Aggie, and I don't know how to say that first name there of the last one. I think it's... Actually, I could probably go into like whatever for this, just to know how to say it. Okay, apparently it's Svarte or something. I don't know. Svarte Madame, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know exactly how to say that. But yeah, so summoning Mary requires the right chant, I guess. And you can say I believe in Mary Worth is apparently the key phrase, according to one version, but others require the shouting of Kathy come out, or Bloody Mary into the mirror as many times as the ritual demands. Sometimes Bloody Mary gets more of a script and is summoned by calls of Bloody Mary, I killed your baby. And yeah, so there's a bunch of different ways I guess you can do it to try to summon Bloody Mary, I guess. Yeah, and then some rituals vary. Some specifically say the mirror must be illuminated by a single candle. Others say must be a candle on each side. In some version, the message to Mary is repeated by one person who is either a volunteer or selected by others to summon the mirror witch. So I guess if you're with a bunch of different people, then I guess you can you can choose whoever goes in there and whatever. But yeah, so you can do a bunch of different stuff, I guess, for it, or try to do a bunch of different stuff. And then if she shows up, she will try to strike the summoner dead, drive them mad, or fiercely scratch up their face. Or she might just look at you through the mirror, and others, she may drag one person back through to live with her, so she could bring you into the mirror and you could live with Mary, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so there's more whatever stuff. There's one story, there's more story stuff, I guess. Mary is said to be a witch who was executed hundreds of years ago by playing the black arts, or a woman of more modern times who died in a local car accident in which her face was suddenly mutilated. So that's, I guess, more stuff, I don't know. Or, some people confuse the Mirror Witch with Mary I of England. So, people, I guess, remember her as Bloody Mary, because I guess she would, murder people. Expanded version that Confucian has it. This murdering British queen killed young girls so she could bathe in their blood and preserve her youthful appearance. So that was kind of one thing there where people were like, hey, the Queen Mary of England or whatever was Bloody Mary, and because she killed people, I guess. So yeah, I don't know, I guess she was scared of losing her beauty and whatever, so she'd kill young girls and use her blood to try to be beautiful and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so some stuff is, I don't know. There's a few different stories and a few different ways you can try to play the game, I guess. So, yeah. But anyways, I think that'll be it for this video. So yeah, I guess by then